And we're back, but I am just gonna turn my brain off as I think I'm just gonna pick, like, money right here. I probably should think about picking something else, but again, I'm just gonna do what I do. So, Future Jordan should have already named this something different, but if he didn't, well, guess we're gonna find out. So, as we get into it again, we'll skip the prologue and get on with it. Also, timestamps should actually exist, and yeah, we cannot use this name, so hey, let's do this and move on. But yeah, I should have timestamps available. If they're not available, boy oh boy, would it be quite strange. So, as I need to check on OBS really quickly, well, again, timestamps should exist. Pretty much, basically, everything up to the boss, then the boss fight, and that's how we're gonna do. I could do it based on month, but that might be a bit too many timestamps for the moment, but it is great for basically if I'm timestamping based on we'll try to do physical coup again. Timestamping based on months instead, or series of months, it is nice to see for people who want to just see how I treat certain story beats and whatnot. But I mean, we're just here for the moment. Did she do a thing? I think praise, right? We'll go for rule. Why not? Debuff resist. I don't know who I'm fighting yet, actually. So instead, I guess we'll just take kind of the general thing. Because if we're not getting debuffed, even though like 80 to 90% of things, I don't know if that's a true statistic, but 80 to 90% of enemies in this, or bosses, debuff me anyway. So, you know, it would have actually probably been worth the HP trade, but I've already made my decision. You will take some HP this time. As much as I would like to go Unga Bunga, Strength or Vitality, HP is also important, along with the other things. But we'll see. But keeping in mind, this does mean I'm going to be leaning towards working with certain NPCs because, well, they will provide higher rarity ingredients for the stats I want. But again, keeping in mind that... if I'm building... I mean, I can swerve and build Vitality, because you never know if the ingredients you get are just going to RNG into everything else, but for the most part, we do have control as well. But again, turning my brain off and doing my best. There were other things I wanted to talk about that had to do with this game's development and basically my interest in its design, but I forgot what I was going to say for the moment, so just in we go. But yeah, as we go through the tutorial phase, even though we skipped the prologue, but it's still very much a tutorial. By the way, we have Spark instead of Punch, so that makes me a bit sad. I could have used Ice Veil here. I probably should, just to be super safe. Might as well use the skills that we have. Period. That's the end of the sentence. Am I actually going to lose here? Please tell me I'm not going to somehow lose here. We shouldn't, right? Things. Immune to other... Oh, so we take damage instead of getting debuffed. I misunderstood. I'm like, okay, I'm not healing and the enemy isn't taking damage. I misunderstood that. But, I mean, if we're immune to debuffs anyway, that is something to think about moving forward. Depends on what boss we get, really. We're also going to probably... So this is kind of based, well, outside of game and channel anyway, really quickly. But for the next 30 seconds, I have to mention that I'm doing a thing with my other setup, which is why this video just might come out stream-like. I did not pay attention to what skills I was getting. So, yeah. Basically, I'm switching to Linux. If you didn't already know, if you don't use a Windows system, essentially, there is a... Hold on. There is a... Windows 10 is losing support, among other things. And I've also already... Even while I was trying to basically do backup stuff, basically I'm backing up my data before I move on. Sure, eat the house. Even while I was backing up, for some reason, I went to do something, came back, and my setup restarted, and I was like, well, that's really strange. So, yeah, I guess it's just not going to happen. Yeah. I already have immune to debuffs. Is that true, immune to debuffs? Takes a skill slot. Immune to other debuffs. I'm just gonna hope that's the case and take a buff instead. Not that there's really a lot I want there, but yeah. So Windows has already been failing me, and I've used Linux before. I'll probably mention it in the other game I play because, I mean, it's something to talk about, but that was more than 30 seconds. Not that there's much happening, again, as we're going through this. Something interesting to look at just not in Drapline, but in other games as well, is basically what the developer allows you to skip here and there, and when not to. Now, at a certain point, as Ku just decides to eat the ground, we'll go wild if we absolutely need to. We don't get any affection there, but hey, the ground. Oh man, this is interesting. Are we gonna be okay? It feels like a lot of the bosses happen to do magic damage, but maybe that's just me. But anywho, poison, by the way, so we are taking debuffs. We should absolutely just counter this, so, yeah. We should be fine. If we're not fine, I'm gonna be very interested. But we'll take some resilience. Let's see what happens when we take some resilience. Although, that being said, during a regular run, we could just get really lucky or unlucky as well, so hey. Also, I've seen other people play Drapline. It's just me, but I always happen to have loans and or be losing money. Basically, it's often times that I see other people have more than like 50,000 gold at a time, and I'm just like, well, shrug, I guess. I'm all my money. But anywho, nullifies the next if I need to. Basically, any item you grab is a nice supplement. Was that my background sound, by the way? Anywho. Start a battle, shield equal to HP. Max BP. Max BP increase, slightly increase effect. When personality is wild. You know what? Fine. We'll just buy all of these passives. And off we go. As much as I would like to do other stuff, or reset the voucher, let's try to keep some gold. I keep thinking the bottom option is leave. But anywho. Personality, rule, skills, improve. Nope. We'll try it again. We'll go where the wind blows, and if suddenly we get a lot of magic, that's one of the little things that I won't abide by. But anywho, so while we can skip through messages, like essentially just skipping through the whole scene, even though that was only like 3 seconds, so that's not a good example. But there are other examples when you're sitting through something, and you don't really get anything much out. So for example, the very first basically tutorial battle. It's not like it gives you any... I mean, maybe it does. If it does, then so be it. But for the most part, nothing weird is going to happen. Unless, of course, the developer adds... Again, this is not... I'm not saying anything... I'm not saying positives or negatives. I'm just thinking about what's... basically what I see and then commenting both ways. I usually try to add both ways. Sometimes I don't. But I swear I try to. But... oh, we still have Spark, which makes me really sad. My magic damage, help! We're probably just gonna have to Dragon Breath this. I mean, yeah, there's not much I can do. 5 turns, so yeah, 5 turns of immune to debuffs, which includes getting slept as well for a certain other boss, so... It's fine. Did we not stun, by the way? No, we did not stun. That makes me really sad. With Dragon Breath here. We are not dealing enough damage. We need more melee skills. I need to remember that as I move forward here. In fact, we still have not gotten the thing, so... Okay, we hit a crit, but... And it's not like I get more out of... Maybe you do. Maybe I don't even know that... Oh my goodness. Give me an attack skill, please. Oh... Tiny damage. Better than... I mean, even though my strength is low right now, we have a very non-physical Ku, but... Shrug. Yeah, eat the fodder. We should be able to pay for that. If we can't pay for that, I would be a little weirded out, but hey. But yeah, interesting to see what we can and cannot skip. Again, I'm not saying these things need to go into an effect, but it is noticeable. But it's relative to what actually happens in gameplay. So what I mean by that is if there's no gameplay difference to not skipping something, like whether it's dialogue, an event in a game, so on and so forth, then what it brings up the question is of why not allow someone to skip it, even if it's a first time playthrough, even though that's not entirely true, but you get the point. I think you get where I'm trying to get at here. We should absolutely be able to slap this boss around though. If not, we'll see. Let's feel a bit more strength. And off we go. So yeah, let's actually try to help. Now, what's RNG here, yeah, is whether or not Ku will do something else or she'll ask to eat something, which for NPCs in which you want to train, it should be relatively obvious that you don't want Ku to eat or want to eat something that you especially want to eat. I mean, it becomes a numbers game in which you weigh the benefits of one or the other. But again, for example, like I like to do arches here because arches gives meat ingredient rarity chances, or higher rarity meat. Higher rarity meat, like so. And you want his affection to increase. But if it doesn't increase because Ku asked to eat something that gives her like 5,000 HP and 300 strength, then you're just like, and then it makes me sad. I think that counts. That's why. So, and one thing I will say right here is that it is very, very... It is a great design decision to let you know something serious is happening that has an effect on the game, like the story and whatnot, in that the music cuts out. That way it's a lot more obvious. Yeah. Unless, of course, you just have... should I say that? Yeah, no, I think it's fine. But, I mean, you see the point. I mean, it's a neighboring village. I assume you end up eating the people anyway. So it should already be... Because I wasn't sure if something I was going to say would be accurate. But, anyway, moving on. Basically, there are things you can do as a game dev to highlight the gravitas? Show the importance of a decision that a player may make. In this case, a very important decision. So, yeah. I just put in a random phrase. Random phrase. I can't speak at the moment. I'm not even tired or anything. It's just me being able to speak. My money! Am I kind? I feel like I'm doing my best. Shop, but we have no money, so we might as well just do a thing. Are wing skills primarily? I feel like the wing skills can be both. Not that a wing skill dropped, but hey, we need more physical attacks because we don't start with punch. So I guess that should also dictate whether you go magic or not. But hey, sure. I mean, theoretically speaking, Ku might be eating people when she eats a shop or a house, but let's assume that's not the case when the music BGM cuts out. Among other things that you can do as a game developer to, again, show that something a decision being made is important. What do we want to do? Physical attack buff, Ice of Veil, but we want Ice Veil because we are about to get debuffed here with poison specifically, so we want to be immune to that. Because taking 5% HP is probably better than taking 2 to 3 level stacks of poison. So, yeah. But as we get into this boss fight, and I try to go silent for the sake of time stamps, but I think we just immediately put Ice Veil on. Does that remove the debuff? Question mark? No, it just stops the application of debuffs. Nice to know. But anywho, so more power and critical hits, which means we want to save it for later. We do get to... Cham can get stunned, which is interesting to see. But yeah. Yeah, immune to debuffs feels nice. That should last until it falls off, so funny enough. Now, it would be nice to hit a crit at some point, because I don't have any way to heal, I just realized, so, whoops. Yeah, we're immune there, but unfortunately, we are also about to get our strength debuff, unless we stun. Yeah! And now we can reapply Ice Veil. Now, the unfortunate thing is that we are getting debuffed, so we're taking damage for just sitting here with the Ice Veil. But the thought is that you defeat the boss, well, in this case the boss, before the damage becomes too much. 5% damage. And theoretically speaking, having healing at some point would help as well, but we don't have punch. Ow! Well, it's a good thing we picked up healing. Do I really want to use it? Yes. So, I guess we use it. Now, the next question is, do we even defeat this in time? I guess we're going to find out. This is, again, so for those who don't know, and I didn't read through it, or you forgot, or whatever, Days of Tornado 2, which is basically New Game Plus for this scenario, harder enemies. That's all I have to say. I did not use Ice Veil, so I guess it's just a race against the time. We could just continue attacking. Do we act first? No. I would have liked to take immunity for that, but no, that's not what happened. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't need to stun that. We didn't even get the stun. So, if we Dragon Breath here, we should be fine. Ow. By the skin of our teeth, though. This is really interesting. Okay, nice to know. We stopped the application of debuffs, but not debuffs that hit us before we get Ice Veil. That makes sense because the status effect needs to be on to prevent debuffs, but hey. So, mitigation for 5 turns. Heal equal to strength, which is what we want, and we're not really using agility, so big bite it is. We might have to sacrifice Ice Veil, but again, depends on the boss that we run into. So, on a random note, I am planning to install Linux Mint. Period. That's the end of that sentence. Oh, catalog. At least try to get something. So yeah, we're not going to use intelligence at all. So I'd rather take the magic defense or resilience. We'll call it resilience. I think it's called resilience. I really should just make a video going over the compendium slash. Is it compendium? I'm going crazy. Let me see. Yeah, compendium, because it basically shows you all of this stuff, and I think it has other information, but I can't remember if it does. Yeah, tips and stuff as well. So I'll go over that in a separate video. I don't want to go to the title screen. That would have nullified this video. But as we train with Morgan Gianna, praise Ku, and off we go. Passive strength down, if that even matters. But compared to everything else, we don't have a fan either. So I guess we just take what we can. Take what we can, and we have it. And might as well have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Kind of. I was about to type something else, so... Anywho. Yeah. Moving on. Oh, okay, take the strength. I was like, am I not gonna get... I would have taken the vitality if it offered me anything else but HP. But hey. Although now that comes to me as we get curses. So curses, we have Veil. So the question becomes what the other 3 skills I want are. At least 2 of them should probably be physical attacks, but hey. We'll take the sale with the one that's on sale to save money. And we've yet to get a loan. Although I guess a fun game to play would be to ask when I'm very money spending, so yeah. Hold on. 1100 to recover enough to basically work on a day. Then remove all negative effects. More dragon fruit, please. Another drag. We can buy another dragon fruit. Chance to heal, revive at full, and misses. So this allows us to just go all out. I'll take it. But yeah, the game. What I was gonna say is that the game you could play is to see when exactly I get a loan for the first time. But no bill can't be eaten without money, but no bill comes even if eaten. Does that work? No, we can't. No! We don't have the money. Although I use the shop a lot. I know... is that true? No, I don't think that's true, so never mind. So, as we move on here, I think during summer training, it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to see if I can go full summer training without resting. Although I would probably rest right before if I really wanted to do that. Let's up our HP really quickly. And lose all of our gold, but we have the HP. So, consuming ground on the 2nd week. We did not do that, so I assume that's a scam. And my next question is, if we do this, we won't have enough stamina for the summer, I believe. So let's actually rest here. We over-rest, but it's fine. And we don't have the money, so away we go. Which, if we don't get money here, that does mean I'm probably going to have to take a loan in September. I always forget that I have to click just to move on. But anywho, that's why you see me kind of just hover there for a while. It's not because I just forget. Well, funny enough, we lost the stamina that I wanted to keep. But hey. And to the rocky area we go. I don't think we can go through the summer without resting, so you can eat it all. So yeah, let's find out. I think we can be relatively okay. The real question is, we burned through our stamina, so we definitely have to rest, but I think we just ate the whole thing. So it's not like we have any other recourse to do. Actually, we gain stamina there, so we can go back to the rocky area, but then we'd have to rest anyway. And I kind of want HP and resilience. Would that be too much? Yeah. If I go back to the rocky area. If we can eat something that gives us stamina, that would be great. If not, well, I guess I'll just do whatever. I'm sure you get something for not eating it all. We'll do that next playthrough, but for this playthrough, I'm still going to go all out. Might as well do more than a few, or then more than one playthrough in which I do the same strategy, just to at least get some more data, if that makes any sense. Strength and HP, but stamina. As much as I'd want the strength, oh, we don't even have enough stamina anyway. Nope, never mind. We don't have the stamina to eat it, which I guess that makes sense. But sadness, no. Yeah, that was really weird. Actually, didn't we have an item? We couldn't have used an item. Well, too late now, I guess. Off we go. But if we could, then I probably should have used it. I likely should have just used it. We're going to go for a higher rarity thing. Yeah, there we go. And here's the loan. So August week 3 is when we took our first loan from Calico. But we can get that money back. Theoretically speaking. At this point, I think it still might be a plus to... I mean, I'm very certain it's still likely a plus to... I was just making sure. Yep, there it was. Oof. Do something. I forgot I was gonna say, because I just got flabbergasted by getting the attack nullified. I know it says that, but hey. So that's for everyone, right? Is that why that didn't work? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Anywho. I would like to take... Yeah, I was about to say, ignore commands. That way we do super damage here. I mean, it wasn't that much, but you get the point. We get more damage from this. Stun? Nope. Nothing. Ow. Pain. We're gonna be okay. Guess we're gonna find out. So, let's find out if this works. Because this time, Ku did not ignore commands. No. Just happens everywhere. So basically, I should just be defending or doing anything else. And in fact, I don't even have anything anymore. So, I probably should just eat this Hyper Donut and be on our life. We don't even have Veil right now, so we just get debuffed here, which makes me sad. So, yeah. That'd be really weird. This is like true damage, right? There's no way that this would be a I would assume it's magical, if nothing. So I felt comfortable there, but you get the point. Things. Yeah, wings are magical. Well, are wings always magical? I guess I should just look to see. Medium HP, physical attack, power based on intelligence. Well, never mind. Then I guess we take instant recovery. Nom nom nom. We get more out of it because of wild personality, and into August week 4 we go. I just really forget to click at times. Hey, look at the mushroom. My money! But mushroom. And off we go. So let's make sure we get enough money somewhere. Because it would be nice to pay that off. Yeah, you can eat the weapon shop. We might get billed for it, but gotta take the risk. For stats. And off we go. What this time? Or we could use another catalog. I would like for something to give us something on sale. That doesn't seem to be happening though. So instead, I guess we'll just buy something cheap and pay off the loan. And never mind, the weapon shop. What happens if I ignore it? Well, we probably lose more money for that, but it's just to see what happens. That way Calico doesn't hassle us earlier rather than later. No. My wild! But also for expectation, but also that will just keep her. Dodge in the next attack, so dodge damage once. Passive. I'm not going crazy, right? As we eat the sushi. This means we can't buy ingredients for next week, but, yeah, that's why I like passives, because there's only so many skills you can have. Although getting a lot of skills is good for variability. Yeah, I think you get where I'm going with this. Do I want to increase agility at all if I'm just going to do nothing? Otherwise, strength. Also, this would super hurt our loans, but I guess I'll just do it. Hey, Calico, I know. And where do I get more? Or just more meat? We'll try. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Oh my goodness. Hey, dragon fruit. But anywho. I keep holding control as if I'm gonna go through it. I'm not, but it's not like I can afford much anyway, so you know what? I'm just gonna do that and we'll try to pay off the loan. I don't know if it's worth... No, either way we're paying the thing, right? Am I going crazy? I'm losing my words at the moment, so hey. Now, there is a chance during the coup event that you get money, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So, as we get to the next boss here, we definitely need to make sure we have Ice Veil, but right after this, I think we just punch really hard and hope for the best. Unfortunately, oh no, our wild personality is pretty far down. Now my next question is, do we get to do... yeah, I need to do either Combo Strike or something else first. Do we have something else that's on a smaller cooldown? Kind of, but not really. And we don't... Stun would be interesting. Let's just see what happens when we go full Unga Bunga, though. I also need to remember to use my stamina item. Hopefully I remember. I might forget, though. Just, I promise you, if you're new to this channel, I might forget. But, as we get into this fight here, let us find out if we have enough. We dodge the first attack. Does that count debuffs as well? I guess we're gonna find out. So, do we... Well, one, are we even fast enough? No, we're not. So we take this in the face unless we happen to dodge it. Okay, we do, but it still applies because that's part of the boss fight, I guess. And we just go all out. So, hey. Defense. I mean, I could have done a thing, but I didn't, so sadness happens. Let's do Combo Strike first so we can have it off cooldown. But right after that, it would be nice if you disobey orders, as odd as that may sound. So, yeah, we don't get much here. Oh, my BP. I think I have something that's removing our BP. I would like to not use the dragon plushie here. Depends if we lose, though. So, yeah. I was supposed to do Small Trust Strike first. I forgot. But we can instead do this. We don't have Ice Veil, by the way, so sadness happens when we get unsettled. But Dragon Breath. Turn 13. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. So, we'll do our best. She disobeyed orders. But we just need to go all out at this point. We don't have any more time. Yeah, I think we end up using the Dragon Plushie here. We'll do our best, but hey, yeah, these turns using Ice Veil are turns that we're losing. Am I going crazy with my grammar? Anywho, basically, we're not defeating the boss fast enough. Days of Tornado 2! I don't think we have anything else. We'll just toss this at it. Don't even get an achievement for that. That makes me so sad. But anywho. Yeah, because normally you're not supposed to be able to survive that. But hey, you can, because with the Dragon Plushie. We don't have Ice Veil anymore, so we take Unsettled in the face. What does that do again? Ignore commands. So, I mean, Big Bite, ignore commands. Haha. Oh, she can just do anything then? Question mark? Well, hey. Don't want to do the thing here because defending. So we'll wait and then Dragon Breath here. You have a lot of Heavy Fi, but I don't have Strip, so yeah. Yeah. We should be able to win here. Ignore commands into a crit. This is gonna hurt a lot. Noir. Noir? I'm going crazy. She didn't ignore commands! I was lied to! Whatever, Big Bite. Nom nom. And off we go. Even though it's going to be the end of the video. But you get the point. So again, I think this particular video... am I going to say that? No, I don't think that's true. Anywho, moving on. I guess I'm going to see what happens. This is going to be interesting. But I'm talking about something in real life. So passive BP, but lose HP, critical rate, accuracy reduced. I think don't I have something for accuracy at this point? I feel like I took it because I just wanted to be safe. That's not the right thing. Passive, healing, substitution. No, I don't. I thought I took one. I guess I did not. I must have taken something else. So, BP, but lose HP, physical attack. So I need to remember, but I guess we're gonna find out. Wallet personality, eat, absorb, resilience, agility, and vitality. But yeah, without further ado, this should be near the end of the video. Right now, she feels I didn't even spell it right. Exuberated. One, I don't even remember if that's a word, and two, I don't know if I spelled that right. So I guess we're gonna find out. Sure. I mean, it's on sale. We lose vitality, but I want strength, so hey. But yeah, without further ado, we'll pay off the loans here with Calico, and that'll be the end of the video. So if you have anything to say, you know what to do. I'll usually try to read the comments, but otherwise, I mean, I'll just be off. Not going to take up much more of your time. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!